Need a place for your goldfish? Have a perfect fish pond and fountain here for you. Beautiful waterfall. There's even some lilies floating on the water. Perfect spot if you've got some extra goldfish that you would like a exciting home for. I am at 11090 Lakeshore North, and I'm just quickly into the gate, right by the guard gate. In fact, it's less than half a mile to this location as you enter Lake of the Pines. Also, this house at 11090 Lakeshore North is super close to the dog park. So if you have a puppy and you want to walk over to the dog park, you've got yourself a nice house to take the journey to the dog park. We are 1560 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on this level. And you may ask, why would somebody move away from Lake of the Pines? Because it is such a nice place to live between Auburn and Grass Valley. And this is what I find a number of times with the homes that I list, is that people are moving close to family. So this is a couple here. Their kids are already grown and now they have grandchildren. So they're moving close to their grandchildren, even though they're going to miss Lake of the Pines tremendously. They're gonna miss the lake, they're gonna miss the swimming pool, they're gonna miss the parks, they're gonna miss the dog park as we mentioned before. This is also something that someone will be missing when they move away from Lake of the Pines. And to the lucky person who is going to be moving into Lake of the Pines is this view right here on the golf course. You can see the golf course over to the right there. There's a path where the golf carts travel down, and then they keep on going down around this bend. Now where the bend is on the golf course, or on the fourth hole, you can hear also the fountain. We're not exactly sure what exact hours the fountain flows and makes a beautiful sound, but definitely during the time that the golfers are out. Golfers are out earlier in the morning, and it might be on all the way to sunset. One of the cool things about living on the golf course at Lake of the Pines is you can just walk over to that path from this backyard and walk the whole golf course, which is 5.5 miles long. You can do that early in the morning before the golfers tee off, or in the winter time, it's later in the morning because they tee off later, and you can walk during twilight time. So this house here has a little garden and an orchard. They have figs, they have plums, don't remember the other items, apples. And
Cherry.
they've got some fences here to keep the deer from eating the apples, the cherries, the figs, and the plums. And they've got little strawberries growing and some melons also. This is the master, so when you're in the master bedroom, you have a pretty view out here of the trees and the golf course. Now this is a portable canopy, but the family will be leaving the canopy here. And they have had many, many nice meals out here with all the little ones, their married children, and also with their friends who are in retirement also. A pretty spot to enjoy the outside at Lake of the Pines. So on this level, as I've mentioned, we have 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms. And we have a little surprise for you downstairs. I'm going to turn on a couple of lights for us. This is a pantry. probably can guess they have some little ones that come and visit the house because there's little fur babies here in the basket for them. And you can also look over at the waterfall while you're in this bedroom. You can hear the sounds of the waterfall going into the fish pond. And this is the hall bathroom. It has a shower and a one sink vanity. In this second bedroom, there's a walk-in closet. It's a good size. A place for a guest bedroom here for your little ones when they come and stay at their grandparents' house. And even room for an office. And one of the things I like about homes is when you pop your head into the closet and the lights automatically come on. So we have a bigger closet here than the other walk-in closet. And our master suite, as I mentioned, you have your bed against this wall. You look out when you wake up at all of this green, green, green. So here's a new vanity top and sink and faucet. And a tub and shower combination with a door to separate. Someone could be brushing their teeth here while someone else is in the shower getting ready for work. You can see lots of artwork in this home because one of the owners is an artist, does some fine pictures, landscape pictures. There's even more to look at as we go downstairs. Now this location at 11090 Lakeshore North is an exemplary location. Not only are we on the golf course and close to the guard gate, but we are half a mile away from the clubhouse, the swimming pool, the playground, the sports lounge where you can eat from 11 to 7 every day, the bocce ball courts, the tennis courts, the driving range, the pro shop, and then right around the bend is pickleball. So lots of activities going on that you could just walk with your gear, your towel, your flip-flops, your goggles, and get a lake swim in or a pool swim in just half a mile away. So this is a prime location. So this set of stairs takes you 4 stairs over there to the garage, which I promised we would not look at today because as people are getting ready to move, sometimes your garage can be your messiest room. And this room here is part of the 1,560 square feet. And this family has this room set up either as their TV viewing room, or as you can see, there is a musician in the house, and this is also a place to practice and to be able to play their instruments. Not too far away is this space, which is a wet bar. It'd be a perfect location for you to have a popcorn maker, You could bring in a little mini fridge here, and when the family's sitting in this room watching their favorite movies together, you could have your theater experience expanded by having your sodas and your popcorn here right at this wet bar. Got a little sink here too. Now, this is the extra that comes with this house, because this space is permitted, but permitted as storage. The family uses it as livable space, and it's 317 extra square feet. What a flexible space. You could have a gym in here. You could have an office in here. It could be a guest bedroom with a portable heater in the winter time. It could be your art studio. Look at that big piece of art, my goodness. Lots of creativity has happened in this room. Now, I'll tell you a little story about this house. When their kids were teenagers, this downstairs floor here was a great teen hangout. They had the room with the TV over there. The kids had some roll-up mattresses here. They could all spend the night and be safe on a Friday night knowing where they're crashing. And they could play some video games on these different ledges. It was just a really flexible, creative space, and it just has so much good energy in it. You can see some of the artwork that the owner has created just in this room. So this is an additional, as I said, 317 square feet. So when you see our price per square foot, we're not adding in that 317 square feet because this space is permitted, but as a storage space, not as a livable space. So you get this extra. So we're gonna go out this slider. We have the top deck where you could entertain. And this bottom deck is very functional. A great spot to park your bikes, store your kayaks, have extra coolers here when you're having family coming and staying. Have some stairs down to the lawn area, and also a couple of steps down to the garden. We've got somebody, lawnmowers on the golf course right now. I can hear them off in the distance. So if you had a lot of people visiting, you could have the kids all down here. They could be outside, have a ping pong table if they want. They've got these extra rooms, and then upstairs are the 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And one extra thing, which we don't really write down very often in our property descriptions, but at 11090 Lakeshore North, we are close to the schools. We have 3 schools just outside the gate. We have Bear River High School, Magnolia Intermediate, and Cottage Hill Elementary. And your kids can ride their bike from here or walk to school from here. Or if you're one of those people where you have trouble getting them up in the morning, you're going to get them to school on time because you are so close to the gate at Lake of the Pines. This is CJ Jenkins. I'm very proud to share this property with you. If you have any questions or would like a private showing, just give me a call at 530-906-4715. I look forward to sharing this property with you and all the amenities at Lake of the Pines. And we're right between Auburn and Grass Valley, and right in the middle is Lake of the Pines, which has 50% working families and 50% retirees. It is a community, an active community for all ages, and I would love to have you have an opportunity to see this home and to see our community. Thank you for joining us at Lake of the Pines Living Facebook or Christine Jenkins YouTube. Bye-bye.